Welcome back, everybody, to the Weapon X podcast, and it's really dark in here. We can change that. Flick. Oh. And flick. Oh, much better, much better. Anyways, we got a very special guest today. Hedwig came by and gave us a letter to Hogwarts, which means we're going. Which means we're going shopping.
Wee. Well, I'll meet you there.
Oh, hey, whoa, hang on. Get back down here.
Oh.
Get back down here. Hey, pesky pixies. First, we have to get sorted into our houses.
Okay, what the sorting at?
All right, get it on.
Where am I gonna go first? Okay.
Yeah, come on, put it on. Put it on. And now with the flick of the wand, I'll turn them on. With the flick of the wand, I'll turn you on. Hey, come on.
Stupid hat.
It can't fit your big old head.
Where am I going?
All right, let's see.
Courage, I see. Gryffindor.
Hey.
Hey, I'm going to Gryffindor.
You get to sit with Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
Oh my god.
All right, do me.
All right, with the power of my wand. All right, and the flick of a wand, flick.
Slytherin will help you on the way to...
I am not Slytherin. Do me again. What?
What is this?
Is a Russian-speaking sorting hat? All right,
Get down low, hold on.
on.
Get in the position.
give me something, anything but Slytherin, anything
Flick.
but Slytherin.
Just and loyal. True. Yes, clearly Hufflepuff.
Oh
No
my God.
way. You're Hufflepuff.
Oh, we're not Pusafle, Spanish Hufflepuff. We're not in the same classes. But hey, we get to go shopping. All right, you flying there? You flying to Diagon Alley?
I am flying to Diagon Alley. How are you getting to Diagon Alley?
I'll have to fly too.
But I guess I'll meet you there with my Nimbus 2000, guys. If you can
Oh my
even.
God, the fastest broom there is. And off you go.
I'll meet you there.
Off you go. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'll join him too with my Nimbus Mini Pro. with my mini Nimbus. Off I go. Oh,
What a trip, dude.
yeah. Hagrid was so drunk in the pub.
Oh, Hagrid, that old fool.
That old oaf.
That old
Fat oaf. Just kidding. We love you, Hagrid.
that scowl.
All right, what did you get from Diagon Alley?
I got the monster book. My hand kind of became it, so it's like I have
Oh
to
my God.
ask Dumbledore how to fix this now.
Well, you gotta stroke it, of course. And I mean, really, stroke it.
It has a mind of its own.
Use the book and stroke it.
I have to stroke it, you say? Ah! Oh, it hurts.
Oh, boy, Hagrid can see us now.
Oh, I need to ask Dumbledore how to fix the spell of this cursed book.
Cursed book off your hand.
Well, I guess that worked.
It's dead now.
I needed that book. What would you get? What'd you get, you Hufflepuff?
I got these new glasses. They make me see better.
You four eyes.
Even though I could see perfectly fine before. I got my Hufflepuff robes. I
Nice.
see you can afford your robes, huh?
I guess
You must be a Weasley.
I must be a Weasley.
Poor ginger. No soul. There's an alternate time where Harry became like Hufflepuff or Slytherin and he like bullies Ron the whole time.
That would be amazing.
All right, enough cringe. We are back. And this time, Harry Potter and the... Why am I still trying to do like an accent?
Yeah, this gets over, dude.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Book versus film.
The Sorcerer's
Let me
Stone.
show you the film. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, it's flying. Yes. See, we got the movie, guys, and we got the book right here. Let me tell you a story before we get into this. Why do I keep going back to that? In like elementary school.
Expelliarmus. Oh, I just take off the glasses now. You're no longer Harry Potter.
I know, it's story time. I need to raise my voice. In elementary school, there were a bunch of smart kids all carrying around their Harry Potter books. And I used to make fun of Harry Potter. I thought, what is this? Some dumb little kid on a broomstick of glasses running around and waving magic. Oh, look at me. What above Leviosa.
How could you?
I bullied Harry Potter.
What kind of kid were you?
But then I went home and I saw all the movies on the shelf because my mom loved Harry Potter. And so I decided, why not? In 8th grade, I waited from middle school all the way to 8th grade and I was like, why not?
It took you that long.
Did a marathon of the movies, loved them, and I became a fan. Went to Universal, went to the Harry Potter park, got a beautiful wand, the Elder Wand, started doing all the spells, and was like, oh, I love Harry Potter.
You went from hating it to being obsessed with it.
But I never read the books until now. I read the first Harry Potter book.
Here, let me flick that off for you. Flick. Now flick it off.
Flick. Oh, whoa. Oh, Harry
Oh.
Potter. And the Sorcerer's Stone, you know, over in the UK, it's called the Philosopher's Stone.
The Sorcerer's Stone.
But very special series Harry Potter is, you know. I feel like there's a lot of kids that actually made fun of it
Yeah.
for like reasons, you know, stupid little magic, you know, it's dumb and
Oh, little kid.
yeah, it's like stupid or whatnot. But no, if you like actually watch the movies, the genius of them is that, you know, you start off and it's like all kid friendly, oh, what is this wonderful world? But like as each movie progresses, it gets darker and darker.
Because like its audience grew up with it, so it's becoming more.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about the movies. Like by the time I got to Prisoner of Azkaban, I was hooked on the franchise because, wow, you're actually watching these kids grow up. It's the same actors like every single time, and it truly is something you can never replicate or do again.
Never.
Never,
Never,
ever
ever.
again. Looking at you, HBO. But yeah, you know, I read the first book and got started on the second book, and I'm loving it so far. I'm like flying through them too. I mean, yeah, they get like way longer, which I'm hyped for.
Mm-hmm. They have
But
world depth to them.
yeah, so we're gonna be reviewing every Harry Potter movie and book, compare them, and then do an ultimate ranking at the end of this whole saga.
All right, so the second segment we're doing, because we're only doing 2 segments today, we're starting off with what we remember of like our opinions right now. We're ranking all the movies from worst to best. Then
Yep.
Then when we get to part 2 of Deathly Hallows, we're going to do that again.
Yeah, after we've seen all the movies, read all the books.
We're going to re-rank them to see how we feel afterwards.
Right.
Because let me tell you something. I haven't seen a lot of these in a while, so I'm going off of what I remember and how I like them. So it's going to be fun when we review these again.
And if you guys have been keeping up, the more we go back and rewatch these things, our opinions change a lot. Thor: The Dark World, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2,
Shang-Chi.
just to name a bunch, our opinions really change. But I'm going to be ranking every Harry Potter movie from the worst to the best. This is all 8 films. This is not including Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, I didn't do that either.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. This is the main franchise.
Or we'll do that after the review.
At number 8,
Oh, you're doing it
bottom
right now?
tier, yup.
You're just doing that right now?
Right now, at number 8, I have Chamber of Secrets. It didn't hit like any of the others. It dragged on for too long. Number 7, I have The Deathly Hallows Part 1. Part 1. It's just way less entertaining than Part 2. At number 5, I have, at number 6.
So where'd you skip that for?
At number 6, I have The Half-Blood Prince. That movie is just too dark to watch. It's all black and green and you can't see anything. At number 5, I have The Sorcerer's Stone.
The Sorcerer's Stone.
At number 4, The Goblet of Fire. At number 3, Deathly Hallows Part 2. Number 2, Order of the Phoenix. And the best Harry Potter movie, in my opinion, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Wow. See, I didn't realize we're doing this first, so he missed me up there. But I guess I'll start with mine. I feel like mine's a little controversial. So my number 8, from my opinion, from what I remember, I put Half-Blood Prince. For me, it's the same way how you feel about Chambers. It's so boring. I know Dumbledore dies, and that's a big moment for the series, but it's so dark. I can't see anything, and the movie drags on for me.
Right.
Number 7's Chamber of Secrets, even though I have a special story. This is the thing that got me into Harry Potter. This is my first movie I ever watched.
Really?
Yeah. So when I watched at my grandparents' house, because they're obsessed with it, I always somehow ended up watching this one a lot, because that's the first movie I ever saw. That's the one I fell in love with first. But really looking at it, I can see why it's a little bit more bottom tier than the others. So
Dang, nostalgic wasn't enough to save it.
no, because the others kind of are, come on, dude. All right, number 6 is Sorcerer's Stone. Solid start. That's about it. It's like top 6. It's really good. I love it.
Right.
My number 5 is Deathly Hallows Part 1. See, that I really like that one. That's like perfect. That's like the perfect tone of like how dark it is, and how it's how they became adults, and how much they matured.
Yeah, I do like how they're like on the run the whole time, and yeah, they're just living out in a tent.
Plus a big moment happened. Dobby dies.
Oh my gosh.
It's so sad.
So sad, even though that was the second time we ever see him in all the movies.
Yeah, I hate that too. I really hate that.
It's supposed to be in the books more, which I can't wait to get it to.
I know. Maybe the show can fix that. Maybe it can make his death sadder too.
Maybe.
If the show ever goes off, it might get canceled.
God, what is he even gonna look like in the show? Because they have to like redesign everything. Oh God.
Did you know they offered Ralph Fiennes to play Voldemort again?
Oh really?
Yeah, but he turned it down.
Of course, because
He can't recreate that character. It's too perfect the first time. So we're okay. Number 4, from what I remember, Order of Phoenix. I remember that being like an S tier movie. It was
I
so
love
good.
that movie.
My number 3 is Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's such a good ending to a series. The final battle is amazing, and like it has one of my favorite moments in any Harry Potter film. We could see like Snape's backstory, like the origins, like how much he was involved, like in the deeper story.
When he's like sitting there dying, he's like, "Take them." Like, he takes his tears, and then he goes into
the music that's playing, and like when Harry was looking at his memory, and then like we found out that he was the dear spirit responsible, and
Specto Patronum.
Yeah, and the force for it goes all the way back to Prisoner of Azkaban.
He was taking care of Harry the whole time.
That moment alone shows just how good of a character he is. That's why he's my favorite character.
God.
Number 2 is Prisoner of Azkaban, and number 1 for me is Goblet of Fire.
Really? You Goblet of Fire at number 1?
I love that movie too much.
That's what I said when I first ever watched the franchise. That's what I said, because it has the coolest concept, dude. Like multiple schools living at Hogwarts with them.
That's what I'm.
A giant wizard tournament.
See,
and
I
everything.
know it's the weakest movie because it's nothing like the book.
Exactly.
But I have to read the book to know. But like as a movie, as an entertaining movie itself, it's so good. Like I love the idea of like the schools competing in this tournament, and then that's the first time we like. They gets the mace thing gets rigged, and then that's when the birth of Voldemort happens. We get to see Ralph Fiennes.
Dude, that whole scene of Voldemort showing up to Harry, and he's just like, let's see how much you know, Harry. And he starts like flicking him around and just torturing him and everything.
Because in that,
Lucio.
Because they build up Voldemort for like 3 past movies, and we get to finally
get to see him.
And Ralph Fiennes, let me say, he steals the show. He's just amazing. Like especially after he killed. No, wait, he didn't. He's not the one who killed Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he is.
He is?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Yeah, he told Wormtail to do it.
Yeah.
He was like, kill the spare.
It was so sad. And then he's like stepping on him, like revealing his like calf, his gross calf.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
you see like all of his veins up and everything.
The makeup's like, I love the makeup because it's like his white skin. It looks like that's actually his skin.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's how good the makeup was. That's how good these effects were for the time.
Yeah, getting rid of his nose is really good.
Yeah, it's like an actual snake. Did you know his original design was supposed to be much more terrifying? Like,
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the design they went with. It was very iconic.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's my number 1. I love that movie too much.
But yeah, we have a pretty big difference though in our list. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Some diversity here.
Good, but maybe at the end of this we might agree on some things about it.
Probably will.
Maybe. I have to read the books.
Yeah, Chamber of Secrets, just, I don't know. It just drags on too much. It's too much. Ron is just the biggest video game tutorial in that movie, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. The spiders.
You
No,
just
I don't like spiders.
I don't like. That was a.
That was a cool scene and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Terrifies me though.
and I will defend Chamber of Secrets, even though it's like number 7 for me right now. I love the scene when like Harry gets trapped in there and he can't get to school because they changed the setup of the first film. So
Yeah.
now Ron saves him in the flying car and they have that whole skit segment going.
Yeah, they're in front of the train. Like, where's the train?
That was always one of my favorite moments in like any of the movies. And then like they find the trains like right in front. They have to run away from it.
Yeah.
Oh, and remember the tree that destroyed the car.
Yeah, the Whomping Willow.
I love how like in the third film they moved the tree's location. It was like in the middle of the courtyard and they just moved it like outside in the woods.
Yeah, Hogwarts design it changes all the time. But when I was watching the behind the scenes for like the first movie, the lead designer that like created the whole look of Hogwarts and everything, they said like each movie he started changing things until he got it to the way he wanted to by like the very end. So like every movie has like some different change to Hogwarts and the castle and the layout of everything in every movie.
But now that we're on it, I was going to save this for review. What's your favorite design of Hogwarts in each movie, if you can remember?
Oh, I mean, for the first one, Sorcerer's Stone obviously stands out because that's the first time they show it, and they have to show like the wide shot in the boats of like the castle and everything, and it plays John Williams' music is like so epic. The Great Hall is great, but I like how the Great Hall gets bigger as each movie goes on because they start like CGing it.
Yeah,
So they didn't have like much stuff. So I mean, yeah, I think the castle.
I might go with the first film. Honestly.
Yeah, I really like the first film.
Because we get to see amazing wide shots. There's like so many wide shots at the
The
castle.
winding staircase and like the more color in that film because each movie gets darker and darker. The castle just feels the most alive.
It feels like it's the most magic. Do we ever see the moving staircase ever again?
Yeah, you do.
You do?
But it's just like it's not like really like a big plot point or anything.
No. I couldn't remember if we ever see the staircase after the first.
Staircase isn't even in the book.
It's not?
The moving staircases, no.
Wow. That's just
just
how
a movie.
iconic the movies were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love how Hagrid's house is just like right outside the courtyard because like in the third one he's like you have to go down a hill a bit.
Yeah, you have to go really far away. But yeah, in the first one, they just walk like 5 feet from like the castle and all. You see all the other kids walking around. They just walk right up, and the Forbidden Forest is like right there.
Yeah.
But it's like further away. And
Kind of like. Wait a minute. In that same film, don't they walk a bit further in the Forbidden Forest and then like because like that's where Malfoy found them and like they have the dragon there. So is that just a little cabin he has right there and his house is like in the forest?
No, I don't know. They just pushed everything further away from each other in the later movies.
But they do in the same film too. Like when they go to Hagrid's house in this film, they like walk. They don't know the design. They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, all right, we're getting ahead of ourselves in this film. 'Cause this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we are.
So let's get on to the Sorcerer's Stone.
The Sorcerer's Stone.
Book versus movie. I keep doing like the poster shot of Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I'm just gonna keep doing this to raise my voice over you now.
Well, I can do it too.
Probably not as well as me.
Or
Okay.
bruh. Bruh.
All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Anyways, so
What did you like about the opening scene in this movie?
I said, what's funny about that? I didn't even, the first thing I wrote down, it's not really about the first scene. It was actually a question for the movie. Because when I saw the introduction, like we get to meet Professor McGonagall, Dumbledore, and Hagrid. And then it played that, and then Harry, and then they got to play that iconic, like, John Williams music, which can never be beaten with that awesome title because of how colorful it was. I was just thinking there the whole time, how is the show going to compete against this? Like, any of this? Like, how is the show going to live up to this?
It's not, dude.
Because, like,
I'm telling you.
that whole introduction alone is just amazing. The music is like, there's no way. So I had to write that down. Like, what do you think? I don't think the show's
so
going to
good.
compete.
I love the lunar like device that Dumbledore uses to catch all the lamp lights to like darken everything.
Yeah, I swear we never see that again.
He gives it to Ron.
Does he?
Yeah, before Deathly Hallows Part 1. Because remember, like, in his will, after he dies, he
Yep.
gives them each, like, an item.
That's right, yeah.
He gives Harry the snitch and everything.
Yeah, and it has there's the stone in it.
Yeah, the Resurrection Stone.
Sure.
I love how everything comes back. Everything has an importance in this franchise.
That's why I put Deathly Hallows Part 2 higher in my list.
It's so... Yeah, they're all great movies, guys. We're not, like, hating on one over the other. Even
No.
there are parts of them that we hate on, but...
Yeah, and overall, I love all of them.
Such, like, a great, consistent franchise.
Yeah, it's one of those franchises I can easily say there's not particularly a single bad film. Like I will go back and watch all of them.
It's funny how we're talking about the opening scene here being them dropping off Harry to the Dursleys.
What's that
In
like?
the book, the very opening is actually just pretty much a day in the life of the uncle.
Really?
Yeah. God, what was his name? How did I forget the uncle's name? Uncle.
Fester.
No. It's Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon.
Vernon. Oh, Vernon. Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, the opening is pretty much a day in the life of Uncle Vernon. Like he starts off driving out in the driveway and he sees the cat staring at him and he thinks that that's odd.
Mike,
What about it?
it's hanging down.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I hope it caught all that audio you're saying though.
Yeah. All right, now is it? It's good?
It's good.
All right. Yeah, the biggest opening difference in the book compared to the movie is that it opens up with a day in the life of Mr. Dursley, Vernon Dursley.
That's cool.
Yeah, he starts like he gets out in his car and he notices like a weird cat sitting on his fence staring at him.
Professor McGonagall.
Professor McGonagall. Because remember at the beginning of the movie, she says that I've been watching these people all day and they're horrible muggles.
These muggles, they're just simply horrible.
Exactly. Well, we actually get to see everything that she's been witnessing the whole time.
Does it then cut to like Professor McGonagall and like Dumbledore dropping Harry off, or no? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, that does come up, but like it shows a lot of Uncle Vernon. He goes to his day job and everything, and he's like going through London and he's noticing like other wizards and everyone like dressed all like in like they're like weird robes and everything. And he's like, what the heck is going on? Is this some sort of like some Renaissance fair or something like that? Like, why is everyone dressed like this? But it's such a cool opening because Voldemort just died, so everyone's like celebrating. So like, of course he'd be in the city right now, seeing all these wizards and like everyone's like curious about the boy who lived. That's like the first chapter.
Because he's the boy who lived with the scar too that Voldemort gave him.
Yeah, so like after we see a bunch of stuff he's doing, then it cuts to the scene where Dumbledore's walking down the street. He uses that device and talks to McGonagall, and all the dialogue is like exactly one for one.
I can see that.
Like I was like shocked when rewatching the movie and this book how similar everything really is. There's only like some differences we're gonna get into, but overall it is a great adaptation, I feel, of the book.
That's good. That's good. I always love good adaptation. That's like Lord of the Rings right there. Because like, when I was like watching The Fellowship, like a couple months back with you, I was like, this is one for one, just the book with a few minor differences.
Yeah, these are all being made at like the same time too.
That's how
it's crazy.
It's crazy, and they're both like huge blockbuster success now.
Exactly. But yeah, and then Hagrid shows up on the motorbike, delivering Harry.
I love his like entrance into the series. He comes out on this awesome motorcycle, and then he just shows his face. It's like very cinematic, and
yeah, and a very cool detail in the book. He mentions that he borrowed that motorcycle from Sirius Black.
Really?
Yeah, they don't talk about it in the movie or anything
because they're saving him for later.
Yeah, I know it's already like great world building, like developing up other characters and everything. They even talk about like Mungungus. I always forget that guy's name. He's the one that betrays them. Deathly Hallows Part 1. He gets Mad-Eye Moody killed when they all become hairy and they're like flying around. Mundungus or whatever that little guy is.
Mundy.
Yeah. They already like start mentioning him. They mention all these characters that show up later on, but in like the movies, you get introduced to them in that movie that it's like they have like a big part in.
It's cool. I actually like that.
So yeah, there's some more world building there.
One of the things I like, this is more for a filmmaker's aspect. I really like the way they did Professor McGonagall's like transformation from the cat into the person, like
the shadow.
Because it's a cool way to save up on budget and like poorly dated effects. They just do a really genius shadow and it looks better.
However, later on in the movie, when they're in class and they're like, oh my God, thank God she's not here because we're late. She'd probably chew us out. And then the cat's sitting on the desk and she jumps and it becomes McGonagall. They actually do the whole effect. We actually see the effect there.
Yeah, but it's like it's like later where they can do it better and it looks.
Yeah.
So either way, I think it's genius how they pull off some of the tricks without using so much CGI.
Yeah, dude. Chris Columbus's directing in this movie is fantastic. I love all the shots. I love
the first two films from him are solid to me.
Yeah. It'd be so interesting to see like what it'd be like if he continued on with the franchise.
Imagine if he just kept it childlike the whole time. How weird would that be?
No, he even said himself that each one was going to get darker and darker and everything. So yeah, because it was like the same producer on like all the movies, anyways.
Oh, okay. So he stayed with this. So
I
I thought he just did the first two and then left. I didn't know he stayed with the series.
Yeah. He produced some of the later ones.
Okay, that's
I don't know about all of them, but I do know he did produce Prisoner of Azkaban. But
that's sick.
he was like, bro, filming the first and second one back to back was too much, and I had to get back to my family, yo. Hire a new director. Why don't you try this guy? He's pretty good. And then he made the best movie in the franchise.
I can see like how you can lose your mind over that if back to back filming Harry Potter. I can't even imagine how Daniel Radcliffe filmed because he probably did all the movies back to back for a decade.
And he did. That's his entire childhood.
And now it's unfortunately his entire adulthood because nobody knows him for anything.
He's trying to break free from it, doing the weirdest acting roles ever. And he even he grew out his beard and everything. He tries to part himself from Harry as much as possible.
But he can't. Like he was just too good as Harry, so now he's
he is too good. How can you redo it in the show? That little kid is not going to be as good as Daniel Radcliffe.
So sorry, Daniel. As much as I would love to see you as other roles, you're just Harry Potter to me.
And I love how they casted Daniel Radcliffe too, because they already had Hermione and Ron. They had everyone except for Harry, and they were 2 months away from shooting the film.
Really?
Yeah. So Chris Columbus, he put on this old tape of this old English show that we've never heard of before, and there's a small little kid in it, and it was Daniel Radcliffe doing this tiny little role in one episode of this random show he just happened to put on one day, and he was talking to the producer, and the producer was like, "Oh yeah, his dad's in the business and everything. I'm actually kind of friends with him. I've met him once, and everything like that." And so he went to this theater performance, and Daniel Radcliffe and his parents were there.
What?
And so he was like, "Oh, this is a good opportunity." So he sat in the row in front of him, and he was talking about how throughout the entire show, he wasn't even paying attention to the show. He kept looking back at Daniel Radcliffe the whole time. And then in the interview, they interviewed Daniel Radcliffe, and he was like, "Yeah, there was this strange man in the row in front of me, and he kept looking back at me." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like who are you?
Am I gonna get kidnapped here? So what's going on? And then after the show, he introduced himself to the parents and Daniel, and was like, "Yo, you got to audition for Harry Potter." And Daniel Radcliffe's dad was like, "No, no way." But then it took some convincing. A few days later, they got him in the audition room, and history was made.
That's insane, dude. Like, imagine that luck for that kid to be in one of the biggest franchises ever.
It's incredible. It's just incredible. It's just, the greatest thing about filmmaking is everything goes wrong. Nothing goes the way you want. The film is directing you. The film speaks to you when making a film. So everything happens for a reason. So yeah, that's why that cast, bringing Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Daniel Radcliffe, perfect.
Irreplaceable.
And they're perfect in this movie, and they're perfect in all the movies as they go along. And it's incredible that they've never had to be recasted.
You can't recast that, dude. If they try, everyone will be pissed off.
But yeah, yeah, I love it in the movie when we finally see Harry grown up and everything. How he just wakes up under the stairs, and then Dudley runs down, is stomping on it, and all the dust and everything gets in here.
Yeah, and he's playing around with his toys on that little shelf because that's all the room he has. Because his whole room's just his bed.
And then it's his birthday, and he has 36 presents. He's like, "How many are there?" And then it's 36, and it's 36. Last year I had 37.
Yeah, he's that.
It's well, we'll go out in the city and buy you 2 more presents. And then Harry's like, "Oh, right off the bat, you hate the Dursleys."
Because they're horrible, greedy people.
The movie and the book do such a great job of that. The book kind of flushes it out more, and Harry's kind of describing all these horrible things he has to do with them as he's been living there. How every time they go out to London or the city or go somewhere with Dudley, they have to drop Harry off at this random woman's house, and she's old and can't even pay attention. Makes Harry eat rotten cake and stuff like that. And she has a bunch of cats everywhere, but she also has a bunch of pictures of her cats. And I was just thinking of what's her name from Order of the Phoenix, Umbridge.
Yeah,
Professor Umbridge, and her pink cats, and how she tortures Harry later on. So I'm wondering in the books, once I get to that one, if he's gonna reference when he has intention with her in her room and the pictures of all the cats, he's gonna bring up that one lady that the Dursleys used to make him stay with, and she loved all her cats. I was just a whole thing that I was just oh my god, I bet they're gonna bring this up later in the books, and it's a detail that's never mentioned in the movies.
That's actually cool. That's that's how connected the series is.
Yeah, that's why I love finally reading the books. My gosh. But yeah, I mean, yeah, both do such a great job of establishing, Harry's life sucks, the Dursleys suck, magic saves his entire life.
Pretty much, yeah. But I do think the idea of him living under the staircase is very iconic now.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a set piece I loved.
talks about what it's like at school though. And like in the trailer for the series, we actually get that shot of him at school getting bullied by Dudley and his friends.
God, that's not Dudley. That doesn't look any.
Apparently, they do bully him and everything. They actually chase him around the school, and like one of Harry's first interactions of oh, I have magic powers, is that he jumps, but he does like a Jedi jump and jumps on top of the school building and gets in trouble for it. So that's like his first ever be like, whoa, I got magic powers.
So do they do the scene where they go to the zoo for Dudley's birthday and then the wind he makes Harry?
Yeah.
Really?
But it's not just Harry and Dudley. Dudley's one of Dudley's best friends comes over for his birthday party, and he goes with them to the zoo.
Really?
So yeah, Dudley and his friend are there the whole time. And there's a whole thing in the book where they're driving there and Harry's scruffed off to the side because Dudley's so fat. They just keep talking about how fat Dudley is. He's also blonde. He's blonde in the book.
He's blonde?
Yeah, he's not blonde in the movie and everything.
I can see me a blonde fat kid. He's pretty shitty.
But they do the whole thing with the snake. Yeah, the glass disappears and he falls in it.
Yeah,
Harry talks to the snake.
I love that. Because him talking to the snake is very important for the whole story.
Yeah. And then he starts getting all the letters to Hogwarts and everything.
Yeah, and I love that scene where they refuse to believe it, Hogwarts contacting him. So he tries to block off all the mail, and then finally, when he thinks he's one day at peace, that's when they drown in the mail.
Yeah, the mail fills the entire house, and Harry's jumping. He just literally can't grab one. It's like the Chuck E. Cheese ticket booth, bro. And you're telling me you cannot grab a single letter until the very end. He finally gets one, and then he still gets it taken away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "We're going far away."
To this random house.
He's gone mad, hasn't he? Yeah, to a random island, and it's storming, and you're like, well, how did they get that far away?
And how do they afford that?
I was wondering if in the book it was just gonna kind of jump cut to that the same way. They're just on a random island, but no, they actually leave the house and they go to a hotel, and the letters follow them to the hotel because the guy at the front desk is just yo, you got all these letters here. Can you guys just leave? We can't deal with these letters, man. There's over 3,000 of them delivered to Harry.
Yeah.
And then they get a boat from some dude, and they sail to the island. So we actually see them go to that island. There's a boat there. I don't even think you see a boat in the shot of the movie.
You don't. It just cuts to them on the
they're
island.
just they're just isolated on this island. But yeah, they went there by boat and everything. So
that's insane.
They just connect everything more.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, judging from what you said, that's cool. But I'm okay with what the movie they just jump cuts.
Yes, I am okay with how it kind of speed runs through the Dursleys.
So I don't want to watch a 2.5-hour movie of just the Dudleys going through their everyday life.
Yeah, no.
He's you don't need that in a movie. It's not how it works.
Yeah, the film handles it all perfectly, and plus it gives them more time to spend in Hogwarts and all the amazing.
Yeah,
stuff.
because I don't want to spend more time with the Dudleys. I hate the Dudleys. I want to spend time at Hogwarts.
Dursleys.
The Dursleys, yeah.
The Dudleys.
Why do I don't know why I
all
can't
named Dudley.
Yeah,
Cousin.
yeah, the Dursleys.
But yeah, Hagrid finally shows up.
And they give us the iconic line that I love. You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
You're a Harry wizard.
You're a Harry wizard. I still love that video. It's those weird video game models. It's like some Gary's Mod thing. And it's you're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what? A wizard, Harry. I'm a what? And it just keeps going back and forth. It's listen here, Hagrid, you fat oaf. I'm not a wizard. It just keeps going and going. Oh gosh, that video is so funny.
I saw another one where it's it sounds like he's saying you're a lizard, Harry, and it just cuts to Harry's face and it's a gecko on him, and then it's a blizzard and it's a DQ blizzard.
A blizzard, Harry.
A blizzard.
Iconic line. Oh, I love it.
It's the best line in the whole series.
Yeah, and it's Harry's birthday, and he gives him the cake that he sat on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dudley starts eating it, and then he gives him the pig's tail.
It's basically, I feel like it's he was Hagrid's doing a spell to show Dudley who he truly is.
I like how he uses his umbrella. His umbrella is a cover-up for his wand.
Yeah, it's genius.
Because they don't get into it too much in the movie, but in the book, it's a big thing. Hagrid was expelled after sneaking in Aragog, the giant spider, which we do see in Chamber of Secrets when Tom Riddle confronts him. And he's like, you let that beast loose in the school, didn't you, Hagrid? And you opened the Chamber of Secrets when he blamed it on him. That's why Hagrid got expelled. because once you get exploded, he's not allowed to use magic because he never like graduated and got like the rights to use magic and stuff.
Yeah,
But he still does it, and he hides it with his umbrella.
that's amazing.
So
Hagrid's,
it's such a cool detail.
Hagrid's also one of my favorite characters. Just like the amount of mischievous things he does in the background.
Hagrid's such a G, bro. I love Hagrid.
The amount of like dangerous animals he just brings into the Forbidden Forest.
So he's got some new random animal every single movie. It's
Yeah.
great.
He already has a name for them. He falls in love with them instantly.
Yeah, but there's a big difference that I can't wait to get to in the book. Hagrid in this one.
Really.
Yeah, Hagrid just spends the night with them. You know how in the movie, how he's just like, let's go, Harry, and he like puts the door down, and they just leave, and it cuts to them going to Diagon Alley and everything.
Yeah.
You know, he just spends the night with them there. He just sleeps on the couch.
And they're just like okay with that because like they're freaked out with this mountain of a man walking in and like make their son in like a
So
pigsty.
they're like scared the whole time. They keep trying to like get Harry away from him. He's like, "You'll not be going," and then he just keeps pointing at them with his umbrella, and it's like, "How dare you shame Lily and James Potter?
Yeah.
What do you mean they died in a car crash?"
So they don't try to like kill him in his sleep.
Yeah.
Like they could do so many things with this big man sleeping on their couch, but they do nothing.
I still love this line from Aunt Petunia. It's in both the book and the movie when she's talking about her sister.
I love
It's
that
like,
too.
"My perfect sister. Oh, our parents were so proud. We have a witch in the family. But I saw her for what she truly was. A freak." Oh, God, so good. And
yeah.
it gets so good when we get the Snape flashback and like we see her walking up to Harry's mom and calling her a freak and everything. And it's the way it all ties together.
I know, yeah. This is why
Writing is so good.
instead of like redoing all the books into an HBO show, they should do a prequel for Lily, like the Order of Phoenix, how that
It
started.
should be like the Marauders. That's what his father's group was called.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Sirius Lupin,
Like-
Peter Pettigrew.
Like we already got the perfect movies. We should get like a good TV show spending with like how Harry's parents met, Professor Snape in the background, more maybe like hint at Voldemort later. It'll be good.
Yeah, just see more. Just
The
see more
world.
different generations of kids going to school at Hogwarts, not
I saw
doing everything over again.
a fan theory saying like there could be so many other things they could do with making it into a show. Like they could see the build up of like Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. They could see like
Salazar, Slytherin, like the ones that founded those different houses.
yeah,
and
we could
created
like do
Hogwarts
that,
and
but
everything.
no, we had to just do the movies again. Really, the stories.
I mean, I guess they're scared to after the Fantastic Beast failures.
That first movie was goated though.
Yeah, the first one's all right. The second one,
That one's all.
I didn't even care to watch the third one. The sequel.
I didn't either. Second one was just all over the place, dude. It did not know what it was doing.
Crimes of Grindelwald.
That first, I love that first one. I will defend that first one. Yeah. But anyways, back to an actually good movie.
Yeah, Harry and him wake up and they walk out and they just take the boat back. They just steal the Dursleys' boat that they rented. To
So
get
the
back.
Dursleys are just stuck on the island
They're
now.
like stranded there. It's so funny. Because then Harry's like, "Why don't we just fly?" It's like, "Well, not really supposed to, Harry. Plus, it's daytime. The Muggles are going to see us."
That makes
They don't
sense.
do that at all.
Dang, that sounds. Sounds cool, but it makes sense though.
And then they finally get to Diagon Alley.
Just-
I still love the shot of him hitting the bricks and the way they fold open.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, that early effect is so good.
I honestly think all the effects are charming, and they hold up pretty nicely for the time. I can't say the same for like all the CGI models for the people. Like remember the troll scene and Harry was like on the troll.
Oh, or when Neville was on the broom and it was like going crazy.
Yeah,
And then when he got stuck on the flag,
Yeah.
and it's that whole CG Neville and it looks horrible.
yeah.
Oh god.
That's the only thing that doesn't hold up the CG people they had to do because it doesn't. It looks bad. It looks really bad.
Yeah, this first movie doesn't age the best out of all of them, I will say.
No, but it did a good job with what it did, and it combined in some practicality. Like the troll, I can see why people would say it's bad, but some of it's practical actually. Like like that shot when's on the ground, that's a puppet. And that remember when it swung, it's like giant tree stump thing,
Yeah.
like, and it broke all
All the stalls.
Yeah, it was actually like something actually hit the stalls to give it the effect.
Yeah, I thought so. Cause like the stalls breaking, it looked like too rich. And I was yeah, there's no way that's.
So I think the first one handled like combining practicality and CG in a great way, and I feel like it held up in that spot.
Yeah.
But like, Harry's character model for when he's like on the troll riding around looks pretty bad.
And Neville on the broom, bro. Oh my god.
Neville on the broom looked worse, honestly.
That was awful. Because, I mean, a troll, it's a mythical creature. You can pass that.
It's a little cartoonish, but then again, it's supposed to be. It's the first film.
Yeah. I do love how the book explains how the wizard currency works.
Really?
Because, you know, when he goes in his vault and there's just piles of gold, like, doubloons, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's actually, there's, like, bronze ones, the silver ones, and the gold ones. They all have, like, different, like, names, like Shmumek or something. Some random names, like Nuts or something like that.
Nuts.
Yeah, like wizard nuts and everything. And you can't buy anything with, like, Muggle money, but that's, like, the wizard currency, and they actually get into great detail about it and explain it.
Okay, that's cool. I love how in the movie that line's like, you didn't think your parents leave it with nothing, Harry, huh? And it's just like, they're rich. They were
Just ready, like, how did they get rich?
like in
wanna
the future movies when we see them like in their house, they look like an average.
There's like an average wizarding family. Where
Like-
did they get all that money?
Like when were the Potters ever rich?
No, but they made Harry a rich boy, dude. Got his,
Even
and then he's shopping around Diagon Alley, getting his Gucci, his Gucci shoes, Gucci belt, Gucci wizard robes.
Gucci wand.
That's a big difference in the book. We get to see more shops, and we actually get to see him go and get his robe.
We do.
Yeah, like the kids have to go in there and they like stand, they get measured up and everything, and get their robes picked out. And this is when he meets Draco Malfoy.
You told me about that earlier. That's cool.
Yeah, this is completely different in the movie. He meets Draco in the robe shop, and they both have to like stand still as they're getting measured and everything. And Draco just starts talking to him, and he notices Hagrid out the window, and it's like, oh, my father told me about Hagrid. Got expelled from Hogwarts. I wouldn't want to be seen around him and everything. And Harry just right off the bat is just like, yo, this kid is.
Just like my cousin.
Yeah, this kid's just like my cousin, bro.
Yeah.
I do not like this kid already.
This kid sucks.
Yeah, and he never introduces himself as Draco or anything like that until they get to Hogwarts and have that first meeting,
Mm-hmm.
which is, it's so good because right away, Draco has way more of a prominent role in the books.
Really?
That's like one of the big complaints I've seen too, that Draco wasn't like redeemed well at all in the movies. His depiction in the book is way better.
Yeah, I remember he doesn't really get that big redemption. He just ends, and like when it cuts later, like we see them like nodding to each other as like they forgive, and they like each other.
Yeah, they need to get more into Draco's character.
Yeah, because he had a lot of potential and it was great. But I feel like they definitely focused on Professor Snape at the end,
Yeah.
but I don't care. That's my favorite character.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much the same, except for the fact that right after Diagon Alley and they get all this stuff, Hagrid's the one that takes him to the train station,
Mhm.
remember?
Yeah,
And he just leaves Harry.
yeah.
He's like, there is no platform 9 3/4.
I feel like a lot of people do that. Like they give him like brief information, leave him, and they make him figure it out. That happens a
They
lot.
screw Harry over, so it's a miracle Harry never died in any of these movies.
He's the boy who lived, come to die.
Come to die. But yeah, in the book, he has to go back and stay with the Dursleys for like another 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah, the summers are like fully extended in these books so far. And they have to drive him to the train station. They're the ones that leave him behind, which actually makes sense. Why would Hagrid leave Harry if he doesn't even know how to get onto the platform?
That does
The
make sense.
Dursleys leave him because they're like, boy, there ain't no platform 9 3/4. See you next summer. And they just did. And they leave him there.
That does make more sense.
It makes more sense.
But at the same time, I feel like the Dursleys were like so against Hogwarts. Why would they just drive Harry there just to get? We're just doing that to get rid of him.
At the end of the day, why not take Harry to some adoption center or something? Why are they taking care of him?
I guess.
That's
Yeah.
why I feel like there is almost that redeeming factor in the Dursleys, because even in the movies, the deleted scene from Deathly Hallows Part 1,
Dude.
when they're evacuating their families, and Dudley walks up to Harry and shakes his hand.
I'm still pissed that they deleted that. That's actually like a goated scene. Like that could have been so good in the movie, like redeeming.
That's their final moment where they actually like respect Harry in that sense. Be like, okay, we believe you. Like, we believe in magic and everything. You're looking out for us, Harry. It's dangerous to stay here. Okay.
Dudley has that amazing moment. Like I don't think you're a waste of space. Like it hurt. It just hits so hard
Oh my gosh, why was that deleted?
because J.K. Rowling sucks.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Doesn't he have a moment with his aunt too?
Yeah.
Why?
It's such a great. I can't wait to get to that part in the books because I bet they're gonna fully flesh it out. Because even in the Goblet of Fire, they skipped the entire Dursley stuff from the book, apparently. Because it just opens and he's with the Weasleys already, going to the World Cup. So yeah, the Dursleys, they were done pretty dirty in the movies too.
They were.
Why did they delete that scene?
That
But
was
yeah, they do take him there. They're still taking care of him, even though they're horrible to him.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I guess that does make sense because I never understood why Hagrid just left him like that.
Yeah.
But then again, most of the people in the series gives him some brief information. They just leave him.
Right. And this is when he meets the Weasleys.
That's a great moment. When he met the Weasleys.
Yeah, and he actually gets to talk to each of them more. Because, Percy's there, the twins, Ron, Ginny, but she can't go because it's not her first year yet.
No. I don't feel like we don't hear anything from Ginny. Like, she doesn't say a word. She's just there.
Yeah. It's different in the books, though, because right away, she just wants Harry.
Why'd you say it like that?
Okay, not in that sense at the beginning.
I was about to say she's a child still.
It gets to that, like, especially when I started reading the second book, she's already obsessed with Harry.
Yeah.
So she's way much of a bigger character in the books, apparently, going forward, which is way better what they do in the movie. In the movie, they kind of just like, I feel like they force her and Harry's relationship in the movies almost.
I have been seeing that with some fans. Like, some people are like, why can't Harry and Hermione get together? I'm like, yeah, I can see that. Like,
It almost seems like it was going that way in the books, but at the end of the day, it was always going to be Harry and Ginny. Like,
yeah. God, all the hormones that later in the series is insane.
oh man, I can't wait till we get to that. It's so fun.
Because it makes sense. They're teenagers now. Their hormones are going crazy.
Yeah, but I do love how the twins like realize that it's Harry, and they actually have a whole conversation with him before he gets on the train.
Really? So wait, does that mean that moment Ron has with Harry doesn't really happen in the book, or does that still happen?
Which moment?
The one where he first meets Harry, and then he has that like moment where he's like he gulps, like realizing who this kid is.
No, he still realizes that on the train.
They still have that. So he met the twins before Ron.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like talking to them first.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to like vaguely remember because like, oh my gosh, you're Harry Potter and everything. And Harry gets on the train before Ron even gets on the train. Because they go like together and sit there. But before, Harry's on the train watching the Weasleys out from the window. And he's describing what they're saying. And the twins go up to their mom and they're like, Mom, do you know who that kid was that we helped get onto the platform? Like, that was Harry. And I was like, that was Harry. And then Ginny like starts going crazy and everything.
Right off the bat, Ginny's just crazy for him.
Yeah. And then Ron asks if he can sit there, and they have like a whole moment
Yeah.
on the train and everything.
How do they do in the movie again? Like, doesn't Harry always sit there and then like Ron shows up and then they have the whole moment because like Ron doesn't even realize who Harry is yet?
Yeah, they just like get on the train together,
Okay.
something like that.
Yeah, they do. And then does Hermione pop out of nowhere talking to them?
Yeah, because she was like, some kid named Neville lost his toad. Is he here? But
Yeah.
she doesn't sit down and talk with them
No.
in the book.
No.
Because remember in the movie, she even like fixes Harry's glasses. She does like the Oculus Reparo spell.
It's a good scene to show like how intelligent she
How
is.
intelligent she is, yes. But
I
they don't do that in the book.
That sucks because I love that in the movie. Like we are right off the bat, we see just how intelligent and capable of a person she is with her magic.
In the book, they show more like how smart Ron actually is too. That he's not just this goofy,
Lovable
comedic
idiot.
relief. Like he actually has wizarding knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and can do spells and stuff. Just not as good as Hermione. But that's kind of why they banter a lot. It's like, oh, she thinks she's the best. It's not that hard and stuff. So yeah, they kind of do Ron a lot more justice in the books and stuff.
I feel like at the end of the movie, they gave Ron more justice because remember, he was like super good at the game of chess.
Yeah. He actually meets Draco on the train too.
Really?
Again. Yeah. So like the whole moment in the movie, and it's like, it's true then. Harry Potter's come to Hogwarts. And he like reaches out and is like, you have to like be with the right sort of kids. I can help you there.
So they really did.
That's all in the train.
So they really did Draco dirty in these movies because like there's so many interactions already right before they went to Hogwarts.
Yeah, well, a lot of little differences, but that's because they were kind of speed running through all the beginning stuff to get to Hogwarts.
I don't blame them though. Hogwarts is probably that's why I'm saying this is the best looking Hogwarts.
They still get there by boat and everything, and it's great.
And we get that amazing shot with the music playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. And John Williams' score is incredible. I don't know how you can just make new music and it sounds like it's just magic.
Well,
when I hear the way those instruments are put together, I'm like, whoa, it's so magical.
I mean, you are also asking the question of the works of like one of the greatest music composer for movies ever.
I know.
So it's like this is like a Tuesday for this is just like an average Tuesday for him.
And he only did the first 3 films of Harry Potter, and they got rid of him.
What?
I
Why?
didn't get rid of him. He was just doing other things at the time. Wasn't able to make the time to do.
Oh, he's probably doing Star Wars and whatever else he was doing around the time.
Yeah, which really sucks because Prisoner of Azkaban is the greatest score out of the Harry Potter movies.
The last
It's
one.
like John Williams' peak. I wish he kept going.
Yeah, but
so good.
but we also had him for Indiana Jones because remember that came out around the time, and then Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, they were just like, we got to keep doing Star Wars and Indiana Jones to bring you back, John. He's like, but I like this Harry Potter thing. Like, no.
Spielberg had him on the leash.
Get back here. Like, oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah, you can't replace that. That's the Harry Potter soundtrack. Just like how I said, the Danny Elfman's Batman theme is the Batman's Forever theme.
Yeah.
I don't mean Batman Forever's theme. I mean Batman's theme forever.
Yeah, it's just what you recognize Batman when you hear. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I mean, the games used it. The animated show used
Animated
it.
show used it. Yeah, that is Batman's theme.
And this is Harry Potter's first
Harry
theme.
Potter's theme.
So much magic to it.
What's it gonna be like in the show?
I don't want to think about that. That's just so scary,
I
dude.
don't want to think about that.
Because like that's probably the biggest thing. Like the show can't compete. The music, you can't compete with John Williams.
Yeah.
You just can't.
We get the whole Sorting Hat scene, and it's pretty much one for one the
One
book,
for
except
one.
when the hat shows up, he sings a whole song in the book.
What?
Yeah, he sings this whole Sorting Hat song. It's pretty cringe. I'm glad it's not in the movie.
Because I'd say the hat was pretty cool until you told me that.
And then after they get sorted into their houses, they have to sing the Hogwarts song.
There's a Hogwarts song.
Yeah, their school anthem. And it's so cringe, bro. I was reading it and I was like, I could see why they cut this. But I was watching behind the scenes of the 4th movie, Goblet of Fire, the one that is least like the books. The director thought it was a good idea to have a scene of them singing the song. And there's a deleted scene of it too. You can watch it.
Well, I'm glad they deleted it.
Of them singing the song, and it's so cringe. It's like, why bring that up in the 4th movie of all things? You already got rid of it. It doesn't exist, okay, by this point.
So what you're saying is Harry Potter is another way, like a musical, like Lord of the Rings. Because
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, how they have all those songs.
dude, because I'm reading Lord of the Rings, like through it, I'm just wondering, like, why is there so many songs Tolkien just wrote in here, and half of them aren't even the movie.
Right. Yeah, and then they get sorted into their houses, and I like when they're having the feast, they actually have more conversations going on than in the movie.
Mhm.
Like Harry's talking to Percy a lot more, and mentions Professor Snape, Professor Quirrell, the Potter, stuttering one, and he still meets him in Diagon Alley too, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, everything from this point on is pretty much the same, except we get more dialogue with more characters, more of the
More
students.
character development, but I'm guessing for budget or time-wise, the movie didn't have time to do all of that.
Even the ghosts too. Here's a major difference from the movie and book. So we get introduced to nearly headless Nick,
Mm-hmm.
like you do in the movie, but there's a lot more ghosts you get introduced to as well. One of them is named Peeves, and he's like this dumb little, super annoying ghost. Like, you know, that like comedy character that's like stupid and just is just super annoying and
So
like outlandish, like, oh, let's push over this bookshelf, and like fly away.
kind of like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, kind of. Which he's not in a single movie. Thank God, because that would be so annoying to have to deal with him throughout all the movies like I do in the book. Yeah, you get a lot more development of these different ghosts, and Peeves causes a lot of the problems too. Like
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
he causes them to get in trouble by Filch, which is the janitor guy.
Is he the groundskeeper with the cat?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he kind of sets up a lot of things they kind of just cut to in the movie, like how they end up in the room with the 3-headed dog.
So it wasn't like an accident by the staircase. Like they just ended up in
Yeah,
there?
because like I said, the staircase isn't in the book.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the movie, Draco challenges Harry to a wizarding duel, like late at night in like the Hogwarts trophy room. So him and Ron sneak out to go meet him, but Hermione's like, "What are you guys doing? You're gonna get yourself in trouble." And so she goes out with them, and Neville's with them too. So all 4 of them are together, and they're like sneaking around, and like that ghost shows up, Peeves and everything, tries to cause trouble, and they're trying to run away from Filch, and they get in that door, And like, wait, isn't this the area Dumbledore told us is off limits? And that's when all 4 of them meet the 3-headed dog.
Wow.
Neville has way more character stuff too in the book.
Yeah,
The movie.
but say Neville isn't really important in the movie. Like he shows up trying to be a brave guy later, and then like Hermione freezes him.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like Neville.
Yeah, and so that's a big difference how they find out about the 3-headed dog and everything.
I think I kind of like it in the movie with the movie because the moving staircase is just too cool.
Yeah. All the classes are pretty much the same. You know, the potions class of Snape, the Leviosa moment is pretty much all the same. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The Quidditch, when they're practicing with the brooms and all that's pretty much the same. And when Draco steals Neville's like remembrance thing that he got from the mail,
Yeah.
that's all the same too. Harry still catches it. It's a lot more actiony in the book though, because they couldn't really do much in the movie. He does like a full dive and like 360 flip and like catches it.
Yeah.
And McGonagall's just walking by and she notices Harry doing that.
So Harry didn't like.
He didn't go in front of the window and she just looks. Because remember in
Yeah.
the movie, when he catches it and she notices him in the window and he flies back down, she's instantly out in that courtyard.
I was wondering about that.
I was like, man, she got there fast.
I was like, for an old lady, how the hell did she get down there so fast? Because this is a giant castle, by the way.
I mean, in the later movies, they talk about how the wizards can just teleport. The twins start doing it a lot.
Yeah,
They don't really go into it that much.
Yeah, but that's just a cheap way of explaining like how they can get from point A to point B.
In the book, she was just walking by and saw that and was like, yo,
Okay, writing.
there's someone I want to introduce you to.
So writing wise, that makes much more sense. But like, I love the teleportation thing later.
Yeah. And the whole Quidditch thing's the same when he's talking to Wood that 5th year, explaining all the rules. That's all pretty much the same. The whole Quidditch match is the same.
So pretty much at this point, we don't need to talk about the book anymore.
No, we do.
I know.
The big differences are coming.
I know. But
When Hagrid has the dragon,
mhm.
when he takes care of that little dragon, and he's not allowed to have a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they find out about that, they Hagrid calls the dragon Norbert. He already names him and everything. And Draco still looks through the window and catches them doing it, and they're like, "Oh, it's Malfoy. He's probably going to tell about the dragon and everything." But Draco doesn't go and tell Professor McGonagall right away like he does in the movie, and they all get detention.
Mm-hmm.
He actually lets it goes on for a few days. And so they decide to plan this whole heist to get the dragon out of the castle, away from the ground. And so they write a letter to Ron's brother Charlie that he mentions is in Romania taking care of dragons.
Yeah.
So like, hey, we'll write your brother and see if we can like send Norbert to him. And so like Charlie writes back and everything. This is a whole like chapter that's not even in the movie. And he writes back to them. He's like, I'm going to have some friends fly by the tallest tower of the castle. So just have Norbert ready to be picked up. And so late at night, they have to take the invisibility cloak that he got for Christmas, which is all pretty much the same here. And they're like picking up Norbert and they have him in this crate and they're carrying him up to the top of the tower. And then by the time he gets up there, Harry forgets the invisibility cloak when walking back down the stairs of the tower. And that's how he gets caught and gets thrown into detention.
Mm.
And then Draco does too, because he tried telling them at that moment, hey, they're gonna sneak out at night and everything. So it was like this whole big heist thing to get Hagrid's dragon away from the castle. That's not even in the movie at all.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah, so we get to see more use of the invisibility cloak.
Because that's another important thing. It's one of the Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. And I love when he goes to the Mirror of Idrisid and he sees his parents in it.
Mm-hmm.
In the book, he doesn't just see his parents. He sees the entire Potter family tree. Like all of his ancestors are in that mirror because the mirror shows what you want most, and what Harry wants most is a family. So it makes sense for the mirror to show him an entire family, not just his parents.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I love in the movie when they showed Ron and he was describing it. I felt like that's going to be that when he's like the captain of the Quidditch team. It reminded me like, wait, doesn't Ron become like the captain of the Quidditch team in the 4th movie?
Yeah, he in the Half-Blood Prince.
There's the Half-Blood Prince that did that?
Yeah, he gets pretty good at Quidditch because he like does the whole luck potion thing.
Yeah,
I wonder if in the book they're going to get to, maybe he does become captain of the Quidditch team. They go into that more. So
yeah, because that's a cool detail in those, because like they're hinting, because he later does become that, because I guess that's what he most desired.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
It's just a cool connection that I noticed.
Because he sees himself as being a head boy and captain of the Quidditch team and holding the Quidditch cup is because he wants to be more like his other brothers. He fears that he's not going to be able to live up to or outshine his older and more successful brothers.
Because there's like he's the third brother in like a family of 4.
Especially like how Percy is a perfect. That's something they don't. I feel like they mentioned perfects once in the movie, if I remember correctly. But like a perfect are the students that are like full on tryhards and become the head of their houses because Percy's head boy. And he's like, first years, follow me. And he like takes them to their dorm, their whole lounge area and gives them the password and everything. They go way more into that. And especially in the second book too, like Percy, you can tell how he distanced himself away from the rest of the Weasleys because all he wants to be is the Minister of Magic. That's why he tries so hard. That's why he joins the ministry. And he's basically on the bad side in the later movies, but they don't go into his character at all anymore in the movies. When the books already, the first and second one, they go so much more into him and how he's trying so hard to be the Minister of Magic, and he like has his own point of views on things.
That's cool.
Just a way more interesting character and things getting brought up in the book.
See, that's where I think I know we're shitting on the show, but since it's a show, they have way more time and like length to like get into more characters than just a 2-hour movie.
Hagrid doesn't do snow angels.
I know he doesn't. But
so that's already some filler nonsense in the show.
Yeah.
Right away in the trailer.
But they could possibly get in more characters like Percy or Neville.
If this movie had another hour, it could have fit everything.
Probably, yeah, it could have.
I feel. So an entire show is still unnecessary. I mean, for the later books, I could see a whole season because they could become like 800 pages.
Yeah.
So, but for this first book, the movie is such a great adaptation.
It's good. It's a good start to the series. It's one of my
I love when they walk out to see Hagrid to like ask about where he got the dragon from to get past Fluffy and everything. And he's playing that flute and he's playing the Harry Potter theme.
I noticed that
Remember?
too.
It's like, I
I was like, wait, when I was rewatching it, I was like, wait, is he playing the Harry Potter theme right now?
yeah, it's so fun.
Are you saying Hagrid is the one for all imagine that's like the title. I just see Hagrid on the flute doing that.
Hagrid came up with all the music for Harry Potter.
It was never John Williams, Hagrid.
Well, what's even funnier is that in the book, that flute he's playing in the movie was actually one of the Christmas presents Harry gets on Christmas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Hagrid made that flute for Harry. And when they get past Fluffy, remember how in the movie the harp is already playing music?
Yeah.
The harp is in the book, but it's not playing music at that point. So Harry has to whip out the flute, and he starts going crazy on it so they can get past the dog.
So he's the Pied Piper. So just
Yeah.
dancing along to it.
Yeah, so imagine if in the book, right? Or if they kept it to the way it was in the book, Harry whips out the flute to the dog. It's like, I'll distract him while you guys get the trap door to open. And he starts playing his main theme. That would have been awesome.
That would have been funny, dude. Like
That would have been awesome.
that's just been a funny fourth wall break.
Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do.
Here, I got a perfectly theme song.
Putting the dog to sleep and everything. Oh, that would have been so cool. Yeah, when I read that in the book, I was like, that's so funny. That's so funny how they do that.
I've always I found it strange how the Hagrid's just playing the. Why did they throw in the Harry Potter theme for that?
I don't know. And then when they had the detention with them, did you know that Neville got detention too with them? Because,
I thought they did
because,
them.
you know, like Neville hangs out
Yeah,
with them.
yeah, no, he didn't. He wasn't in the movie. I don't know why I thought he did, but no, yeah, he's
Yeah, and so he actually gets grouped with Draco first, and when they go to the woods and they're hunting for the unicorn
yeah.
because they found the dead one. Yeah, Draco like scares Neville and he sends a flare up out of the trees, which is the same flares they're told to use in the maze in the fourth movie.
Yeah.
So already by the first one, they're using that spell, which is the red sparks
Oh, that's cool.
up in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do love that scene because it's the first time we technically see Voldemort, and he's keeping himself alive with the unicorn blood.
And we see all that too. And yeah, Harry, because Draco keeps scaring Neville, Hagrid's like, all right, Harry, you're not going to get scared by Draco and waste our time. So you go with Draco now. And so they have to like go off in the woods together. And that's when they find Voldemort sucking off that unicorn.
I love the look of the blood too. It's like so.
It's all like silver and chromatic and everything. It's really cool.
I mean, I can see unicorn blood being like that.
Centaurs. We only see one centaur in the movie. He just shows up.
But I do love how they went out of their way to show a centaur. Because like they come back later to
In the book, we see 3 centaurs.
Three.
Yeah, Hagrid meets up and they have a whole conversation. But the centaurs are really weird in the book. Like, this is fascinating.
Because they're so cool in the movie.
You can't really have like a conversation with them. You ask them a question, they may answer it, or they may just completely ignore you. They all in the book they keep looking up in the sky and they're like, Mars is brighter than usual tonight. And they say that over and over again. Like they keep ignoring every question like Hagrid or Harry asks them, and they're just like Mars is brighter than usual tonight.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and Hagrid explains how big into like astrology and like how that's their whole like motive, the centaurs, and they do like whatever the stars and moon like tell them, like however it's aligned, or if like one's brighter than the other, that like sends them signals. So like Mars being brighter than normal, and they keep saying that it's dangerous for you, Harry Potter and the Forest, is because they know Voldemort's running around and he's going to come back one day. And it all has to do with the alignment of the stars. So they know the return of Voldemort before any of the other wizards, the centaurs do.
I mean, that's all cool. However, I kind of like the way they did in the movie more, where it's just like, it's a centaur, but it can talk like a person.
Yeah, and he just explains to Harry everything.
But like,
it's way cooler because they send one of the centaurs to save Harry from Voldemort, and he's riding on his back.
mm-hmm.
And Harry keeps asking questions like, "What was that?" It's like, "What is this?" And then he just keeps ignoring him. And he's like, "It's a terrible crime to kill a unicorn, Harry Potter." And then he explains to him, unicorn blood like gives you like extended life. And it's like, "Tell me, Harry, can you not think of anyone that would want to live forever?" And he's like, "Voldemort." He's like, "Exactly. This is where I leave now, Harry." And he leaves all your centaurs. It's a lot cooler in the book, the whole centaur moment. It's all fleshed out more.
I can see that, but the astrology thing's kind of cool, but I don't know, I can't. I have to read the book now. I can't wrap my head around what you just explained to me.
Yeah, you got to read it. You got to read it to understand.
Because like the way you said it made me think like, okay, they just talk weird like that. So
yeah, once you read it, you'll understand.
Because like I like that centaur in the movie and the way he's talking to Harry, because he already knows Harry ahead of time. The whole Voldemort, he knows Voldemort.
I like it way better in the book. So you got like 3 centaurs running around, and they were getting mad at the other one for telling Harry about like future stuff. It's like not supposed to, because it's like all like the order of the stars or something like that. They have like their whole culture, which I really hope that we see more of in the books.
I do love how they went out of their way to add the centaur in the movie though, because like they come back later, and it's really cool seeing more stuff in the wizardly world.
Yeah, I'm glad they do that. So yeah, that's like the Forbidden Forest differences.
It's cool.
Now let's get on to the trials. And they actually try to get the Sorcerer's Stone. They get past Fluffy.
Yeah, the trials is one of my favorite parts of the movie, because like building up for each part, like each trial is for that specific character.
Yeah, the first one is the Devil's Snare.
Mm-hmm.
And like that plant.
Yeah, and we get to see, and Hermione shows off her knowledge of the plants and to help them. And it shows like Ron, when he wasn't as relaxed, Hermione could quickly think of like that spell to do.
The light spell?
The light spell, yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different in the book.
Is it?
Yeah. let me explain. Early on in the book, when it was during wintertime, Hermione, she already knows the spell where she can create a little blue flame, and they keep it in a jar to keep them warm as they're walking around Hogwarts and everything. And so in the book, when they land in the Devil's Snare, she can't really remember what it is that stops it, and they're like freaking out and sinking to the ground. She's not even sinking with them. She's like off to the side in the wall, like she made it out of it, and she's like trying to think. It's like I read about this in a book, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, fire. We just need some fire."
Because she did that poem, like she's saying that like the poem like Devil's Snare or something.
Yeah, she did. Well, the poem's not like that, because the poem is all about light, and so she creates the sunlight with her wand.
Mm-hmm.
What she doesn't do in the book, it's like about fire. And she's thinking, how can we light something on fire? I mean, all the Devil's Snare is pretty much wood anyway. And then Ron's like, Hermione, use the blue flame spell. And she's like, oh, duh. Showing that Ron, actually isn't just dumb and useless the whole time.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
He's hoping to remind Hermione, hey, use the blue flame thing. And so she does that and lights it all on fire, and that's what gets them through it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like both versions though. It's like showing like how
makes the characters smarter.
All of them, yeah. Because like in that moment, it does show like Hermione's just using her brain in that moment, but like it's like to show that trial is like specifically for that character.
Yeah, And they also mentioned in the book how each trial was set up by each professor.
Yeah.
And so they're talking about the Devil's Snare one was obviously set up by Professor Sprout, which is the gardening plant geology teacher.
Yeah, and when she pulls the plant, those like the screaming plants, the second one.
Yeah, and then the one with the flying keys, the Quidditch teacher, that one with the weird gray spiky hair and the crazy eyes.
Did she ever come back? I don't remember her in the movies.
Yeah, she like never comes back in the movies.
Which,
Yeah. They've already mentioned her already in the book of the Chamber of Secrets. But yeah, and they have to fly and get the key. That one's the exact same as the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course the wizard's chess.
Yeah, I was about to say because like the Quidditch one's for Harry. Because like we showed earlier, he's really good at Quidditch.
Yeah.
And then Ron has probably the best one with the chess.
Yeah, the wizard's chess one is Professor McGonagall's because her class is about transfiguration, bringing like making objects move and come to life and stuff like that. And then after wizard's chess, there's a whole another trial that the movie skips.
What is it?
It's Snape's trial.
I was wondering, like, where's Professor Snape in this?
Yeah, and since he's the potions one, they have to like brew a special potion because the room gets caught on fire, and there's like a wall of like red fire and a wall of black fire, and it's about to like hit them in the middle, and so they have to quickly. And Hermione's like reading, and she remembers how to make like the certain potion, but they can only make one of each. One to go for the blue, and one to go for like the red and the black. The black means you can move forward. So she gives that one to Harry, and that in that moment, that's when Harry's like, "All right, you go back, get Ron, and write a letter to Dumbledore, sending for help." Instead of in the movie or after Wizard's Chest, he was just like, "All right, Hermione, you look after Ron. I'll go on ahead."
Yeah,
It actually gives her a reason that she has to stay behind, and Harry has to be the one to go forward.
because in that moment, like Hermione should have obviously gone with Harry.
Yeah, because like screw Ron,
At this point, yeah.
because Ron wasn't fully like knocked out
Mm-hmm.
when he got hit off the night.
Yeah, and then we get the finale, the twist of the movie. It was never Professor, because they were building that up. They were thinking Professor, like the whole movie.
Yeah,
They're saying that it was Professor Snape behind all of it. He's trying to get Voldemort back. No, he was the one saving Harry.
there's Professor Quirrell, and he has this whole villain moment. And he gets rid of his stutter because it was all a lie.
It was all fake to like his motive to cover it up. Like in the Quidditch match when it looked like Professor Snape was casting a spell to mess up Harry.
Yeah.
You can see Professor Quirrell in the back.
And Snape was actually trying to unjinx the broom the whole time.
Yeah, because Professor Snape was catching on to him.
Yeah.
That just shows already how good of a character Snape is.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending's probably much the same. The whole confrontation, the whole like Voldemort in the back of his head and everything.
That was such a cool thing. He's just like on the back of his head.
Yeah.
I love how that's not Ralph Fiennes. It's a different guy completely.
And I really like how at the end of the day, the whole mystery of the Sorcerer's Stone and like how to get it, because the Mirror of Erised is in that room because Dumbledore told Harry the one night, he was like, "Don't get too attached to this mirror, otherwise you'll be obsessed with it. It's gonna get out of this room anyway by tomorrow, Harry." But it ended up in that room because it was the final trial.
Mm-hmm.
For like only someone that can want the stone but not want to use it will get the stone. That's when it ends up in Harry's pocket.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as in the book too. Great moment. And then he burns Quirrell and Voldemort to death with his hands.
Yeah. I forgot how they explained like why Harry could do that in the movie.
Dumbledore is just like, yo, love is a powerful thing, so I guess you can't touch him. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense.
I always thought it's because since Harry's one of his Horcruxes, that's why he can't touch him.
I mean, I think that's also a thing, but
That doesn't come into play later.
no. Because Voldemort's snake pet is one of his Horcruxes, but he's able to touch that, so...
Yeah, but Voldemort has like
the whole hand-burning thing really doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but like Voldemort's like already has like full form. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's weaker in that moment. Harry had more power to burn him.
But yeah,
No, it doesn't matter.
Harry saves the day, wakes up in the hospital, misses the last Quidditch game, so they don't win the Quidditch Cup that year because
They need Harry.
yeah, they need Harry. He's the only good one.
He's the youngest
Won,
one.
like every game.
Yeah, he was the youngest one too. I love the Quidditch match. It's always like one of my favorite moments in the movie. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I love how it's like they get into the sport of the game in the movies too.
They explain the rules a bit better in the book too, and you're just, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much Yeah, and then, oh yeah, the final ceremony, because they were getting points the whole time
Yeah, the whole point system.
throughout the book and movie. And then Dumbledore just shows up and is like, yes, congratulations, Slytherin. However, I have a few last-minute points to give out. And he adds it up perfectly to where they're just 10 points over Slytherin.
Yeah, because like, fuck you guys, I'm giving it to Gryffindor.
Gryffindor, that's what I'm talking about.
Gryffindor with Harry Potter. Because the actor's kind of, he like...
Yeah, let's talk about that actor as Dumbledore in the movie. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I almost fall asleep every time I hear him talk. It sounds like he's about to drop dead.
I mean, he looks like the classical wizard with the beard and everything, but I don't know.
It looks great. And it is sad that he had to die.
No, he was fine.
The second one.
But that did give room for the next guy to play Dumbledore. He's perfect.
Yeah, I love that actor that plays Dumbledore from 3 and onward.
And then he died. Because that's another sad thing to know is like in the opening scene with Hagrid, McGonagall, and Dumbledore, all those actors are dead.
Yeah,
Like,
they're all gone.
I won't ever get to meet any of them.
Snape is gone too, Alan Rickman.
I know. He's too young. Alan Rickman's too perfect.
Dang, dude, you shouldn't recreate Harry Potter. Just leave it the way it is, because it was perfect.
Build the world in a different way.
Yeah.
Like, try to do what Fantastic Beasts try to do, but better.
Do what Fantastic Beasts did, but better.
Except for that first film. I still like that first film.
Yeah. We get the final scene with them on the train saying goodbye to each other. That's how the book ends, too.
And then that amazing wide shot of, like, Hagrid walking away and seeing the castle.
I do love, though, how in that scene, because that was the first ever scene they filmed for the movie, was the last scene of all of them saying goodbye.
What?
Yeah, that was the first ever scene. So if you, like, pay attention, Hermione actually has buck teeth. Because in the book, she's described as having buck teeth. And Chris Columbus said in the interview, so we gave her prosthetic 2 buck teeth for her front teeth for that first scene that we shot. But
it looks stupid.
It was like too uncomfortable, and we didn't want her to have it in it the whole time. So it's only in that last scene. You can just barely see it when she gets on the train talking. You can see that she's got buck teeth. But for all the rest of the movie, they didn't have that. They do the same thing of Harry's eyes. His eyes are green in the books, so they gave him green contacts.
He doesn't wear that in the movies, though.
Yeah, he doesn't wear them in the movies. He was wearing the contacts when they first started filming, but he had an allergic reaction to them.
Oh. Damn.
So he took them out. So in that last scene, when he has like the tears and everything, that's just from the allergic reaction of the contacts.
That's horrible.
When he's talking to Harry. Yeah. Yeah, great movie. Great movie.
It's honestly
great book too. It's a good read.
Yeah. Even though I put it like low, like number 6 on my list, which is still pretty good. I love this movie. It's always been like a really good start to the series. Like, I feel like it's not as talked about as some later ones.
Yeah, that's why I like put it in the middle. It's like overall, it's like better and more enjoyable than some of those ones I put below it.
It's very.
That might switch around after rewatching them.
Yeah, I have to rewatch them too, because I might.
Some of the later ones are just like way better, and they age better too.
Yeah,
so.
but like you can't. It's the first. It's like a really good starter for the series. So
yeah.
I might put it higher on my list later. Maybe put it lower. I don't know yet.
Yeah, but Sorcerer's Stone. It's called the Philosopher's Stone in UK.
Which is also cool. I love how we never really see the power of the Sorcerer's Stone or what it does.
Well,
they talk about it.
Yeah, you basically live forever.
Yeah, that guy that's immortal, and then they destroy the stone, and then he died.
Yeah, Nicholas Flamel.
Nicholas Flamel.
He's like over 600 years old, him and his wife.
Wait a minute, isn't it?
After they get rid of the stone, he's just going to die. And like, I love when Harry's asking, but like, he's going to die. So, but Dumbledore's like, we both agreed that it's for the best. He's been on this planet for so long. He is a dear friend of mine, but it's his time to go. And so they will move on to the next world.
It's actually kind of sad. I can see Dumbledore's like sadness in that, like how he's sad about that.
Every conversation of Dumbledore, even when reading it in the book, is just beautiful. It was the best parts of all the movies.
I bet, yeah. I was like thinking, because like I remember, I know we shouldn't talk about the second Fantastic Beasts movie with the Crimes of Grindelwald. There's a guy who's also immortal in that film, and I was thinking, like, when I rewatched this film, what if that's Nicholas Flamel? I don't think it is, but like I was thinking, like, what if that was? Because I wasn't paying attention when I saw that movie in theaters.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. We'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah, because there's a guy,
cool.
The Muggle. Remember the Muggle character? Yeah. He's kind of funny.
And he becomes a wizard somehow.
I didn't see that. So to me, he's still a Muggle. Yeah, he meets a guy who's immortal, and when he tries to shake his hand just pops because he's like so much of a decaying corpse now.
Huh.
He's like, oh, I'm actually immortal, and the way he walks is different because he's hundreds of years old. So I'm thinking, what? That's Nicholas Flamel.
Maybe it is. Someone let us know.
Please let us know.
But yeah. How would you rate this out of 10?
We give it an 8.
Give it an 8.
I liked it that much.
Yeah, I'd say the same. That's very fair. Love the practical effects. Love the cinematography, the directing.
I would say
some of the effects don't age well, and the story's just okay. It's fun.
it's a good kids movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an 8. I was entertained the whole way through. So I'll give it an 8. I think it holds up very well today.
All right. That is our review.
Excuse me.
For Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
One quick note. Isn't it crazy that J.K. Rowling was homeless when she wrote this book?
What?
Yeah, she was homeless writing it in like random diners and like on the train when she had to like go to like to jobs and stuff.
What? That's insane, dude.
Yeah, you should look into her whole story and how she came up with the
Because like, didn't they write Harry Potter in the 90s, and then they became huge successors, and then they did the movies? That's
the whole story about how the books came to be. J.K. Rowling, such a genius. Oh, so great. Like whole documentaries on it and everything. You should check it out.
That's amazing because she's like a millionaire now. She makes so much money off the fan base.
Yeah. Well, this was our year at Hogwarts, year 1.
Year 1.
We'll be back for year 2 another time with
The Chamber of Secrets.
We're going to be doing each of these reviews after I finish reading the book.
Maybe
We
one.
watch the movie right after, and that's when we review it.
I mean, I'll read the books too, but I'm a little behind now, so we're just going to do it with him, and then I can catch up.
And by the end, we're both going to have read all the books and movies so we can rank the books and movies as one. See which books are better, like which movies do better than some of the books. Or are all the books just going to be above all the movies?
It might be that.
It's probably going to be that, but who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? This is the Weapon X podcast. I'm your host, Max Goodham.
And I'm your host, Ethan Marquardt.
Like and subscribe, turn on notifications, leave a comment about what you think about this movie or book. Have you read them all? Do you love it? Do you love the Harry Potter franchise?
Which is your favorite movie? Which one's your least favorite movie? Let us know. And let's form the X with the wands, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We should make...
It's probably going to be off camera, cut off.
Oh, that's right.
Harry X podcast. The Harry X.
This should be like a very special series. Like, we should change it up, make it a little
You're
more
a
fantastic.
Harry weapon.
I'm a Harry weapon, yeah.
I'm a Harry weapon.
That means we should get to the battle. Wands up.
It's too good.
Yeah.